All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Kayla and I are here at the gym today. We were really hoping to get people on live to ask some questions about high school placement. But I think there's some technical difficulties happening with the school Zoom account. So we'll try this again. But for now, I'm going to record the info session and post it so you have some more information. I'm going to try to fill them in Spanish that we're having technical difficulties.
Hay unos problemas para que la gente entre aquí, pero por ahora vamos a grabar para que tengan un poco más de información.
Okay, so first up, today we're just going to be talking to you about 4 things. What public school your child would attend if you don't apply anywhere else. What private or charter schools do I help your child to apply to? What other options do you have? And if there's any questions about individual progress.
Vamos a estar hablando de 4 cosas: escuelas públicas, otras privadas, otras opciones y preguntas que van a tener.
So if you're watching this video and you have just questions about what applications your child has already submitted, you can email or call me on the last slide. My information will be there.
En la última va a haber información de ella si quieren llamarle o mandarle un email.
All right. So first, public school options. Some of the students that have talked to me have seemed confused and they think they have to apply to these schools. You do not. Your child, based on where you live, is allowed to attend the schools that are below.
Muchos estudiantes están confundidos en las escuelas que pueden atender, piensan que solo tienen que ser esos, pero pueden hacer cualquiera, pero tienen que ver por dónde vive y la escuela.
So if you look at the zip codes next to each school, that will tell you what school your child is going to based on where you live. So there are 3 separate schools for Hamilton. There's 2 for Trenton, and then we have some students that live in Ewing.
Hay escuelas donde está de parte de Trenton y las otras por Hamilton. Pueden ver ahí el código postal, pueden ver si es por donde ustedes viven, por donde ellos pueden atender a esas escuelas.
And students that are going to attend Trenton Central High School, they have to attend 9th grade academy first.
Los estudiantes que quieren entrar a Trenton High van a tener que ir a Trenton High 9th grade academy primero y después pueden ir al Trenton High.
The schools that I help your student apply for are on this slide. So in August and September, we apply to Mercer County Technical Schools.
Aquí vamos a ver lo que nosotros les vamos a ayudar a sus hijos a aplicar. Uno es de Mercer County.
In November and December, we work on our Trenton Catholic Preparatory Academy, TCPA applications.
En noviembre y diciembre vamos a ayudar a estudiantes para TCPA.
And for TCPA, we are actually having someone come to speak to students this Thursday at school.
Para esa escuela va a haber alguien va a venir a hablar sobre la escuela.
Last month, we had somebody from Mercer County Technical Schools also come and present to students.
El otro mes vinieron una persona de Mercer County para hablar a los estudiantes sobre esa escuela.
I have our girl students will apply to Villa Victoria in November and December.
Para Villa Victoria solo es una escuela solo para mujeres. En noviembre y diciembre van a estar hablando sobre esa escuela.
And for Foundation, STEM, and Achievers, as soon as their applications are available online, we'll start to work on them. None are posted currently.
Todos los restos van a estar en línea y cuando hagan la aplicación van a empezar a hablar sobre las escuelas.
Here's just a timeline or calendar of what schools we apply to each month.
Este es un calendario de las escuelas que aplicamos cada mes.
So like I said, in September, we really tried to focus on MCTS, but only 35 students have completed their application.
En septiembre nosotros nos enfocamos a MCTS. 34 estudiantes han aplicado.
We really need parents to help us to work with your child on that application. And I am able to take them on a visit to the school. But again, you really just need to push them to get that application complete so that we can take them on the visit.
Necesitamos que ustedes empujen a sus hijos a aplicar a estas escuelas. Ella les puede llevar a la visita, pero tienen que llenar la aplicación.
For TCPA and Villa Victoria, both applications are on paper. So over this Thanksgiving break, the week that students are home, it would be an excellent time for you to work with them and get that done.
Las escuelas TCPA en Villa Victoria, todo eso son aplicaciones where
They're on like paper.
están en papel y durante los días que no tenemos escuela pueden llenar esas aplicaciones.
For foundation, like I said, it's not out yet for the 2022-2023 school year, for next school year. So once it's available, we're hoping around December, January, we'll start working on that.
Por ahora Foundation no hay muchas aplicaciones, pero para diciembre,
Mhm.
para diciembre vamos a ver si pueden aplicar.
For January, if your student is applying to other private schools, I know with the NJ Seeds program, some of those students are applying private. January is the deadline for most private schools.
Para enero, solo hasta enero pueden para aplicar a las escuelas privadas.
And I'll show you the timeline for that on another slide.
En el otro van a ver el calendario de cuando ellos pueden aplicar para las escuelas privadas.
Towards the end, February and March, we fill out not an application, it's called an inquiry or a question form for STEM and Achievers.
Para STEM y Achievers, el febrero y marzo van a ver unas aplicaciones para, for what was it?
So it's not an application, it's just like a question
O son
form.
es un formulario de preguntas.
Sorry, I have a parent texting me, trying to get into the Zoom still. Trying to get people on. Okay. The last thing is in April, students that applied to MCTS will take a test to get in, and they'll have an interview while they're at PRCS.
En abril van a ver un examen para MCTS y van a hacer el examen en la escuela.
All right. Finally, some other options that we have. Some parents have been asking about NJ Choice Schools. If you go to the website for, if you go at NJ Choice and you search the schools that are available, they offer free busing to any school that's within 20 miles that's offering seats for next year. Okay, so Allentown High School is the only school that is within 20 miles of PRCS that has some options available.
Parece ponen los estudiantes que están cerca aquí van a ser más fáciles para transportaciones.
Allentown High School only has about 5 available seats for next school year.
Para Allentown solo tienen 5 puestos para el siguiente año.
But we've had 2 students from PRCS in the last few years attend Allentown.
Hay 2 estudiantes que han aplicado ahí que han ido en estos 2 años de la escuela que estamos.
Some other options are Notre Dame High School. We had 3 students accepted last year.
Otras opciones son esa escuela que 3 estudiantes fueron aceptados.
Doan Academy is also about 25 minutes away. It's a great option to go visit and interview at.
Doan Academy son como unos 26 minutos de aquí. Es una buena escuela también.
The New Hope Soulberry School is also under 30 minutes away and is a great school to interview at and take a tour of.
Esa escuela es una buena escuela que le dan un interview.
And the last 3 schools here are schools that our students last year got into, Blair Academy, Petty, and Stewart Country Day School.
Esos tres escuelas, muchos estudiantes fueron aceptados.
Again, with the private school options, I can help your student with that process, but we do want parents heavily involved as this is like your choice too of where you want your child to go.
Ella le puede ayudar a más estudiantes para ayudar a ellos para que entren a las escuelas privadas, pero necesitamos de su parte para que puedan asistir.
For private schools, I'm going to put the link to this application process timeline below. This will help you know if you're on track to get your student's application in.
Ahí esos son unos links para que puedan ver hasta cuándo tienen para las escuelas privadas.
So hopefully you can see this. So the link will take you to this page. It basically breaks down the timeline. So right now you should be in the process of finding the schools you want your child to apply to.
Por ahora tienen que estar en el tiempo que están buscando a cuál sus hijos quieren atender.
You should be scheduling an interview, attending open houses, or taking tours of those schools.
Y también pueden ir a visitar a las escuelas, le pueden enseñar por ahí o les pueden dar un interview.
And from October to November, right now, you should start working on those applications.
De octubre a noviembre tienen que estar ya llenando las aplicaciones.
So if you use this program, it's called the Standard Application Online. The student really fills out one application and it will, help them to apply to all of their schools. It says, it makes it easier for your student because you complete it once and you can submit it to over 400 schools.
Esa aplicación, si haces una aplicación una vez, te llevan a otras aplicaciones que no tienes que llenar tantos.
From October to December, so from now until the end of next month, your student should be collecting their recommendations, and I have their transcripts that I can send to you to upload. I can help them to upload it as well.
De octubre a diciembre ya tienen que tener los recomendaciones de los profesores y los transcripts.
Until January, students should be checking to see what test they need to get into that school. Some schools don't need any testing, but some schools still require the SSAT or the high school placement test.
En enero ya tienen que estar buscando qué examen quieren tener. Algunas escuelas no necesitan, pero algunos sí necesitan los exámenes y tienen que buscar cuál examen ellos quieren llenar para poder asistir a esa escuela.
What's good about the SSAT test is you can take it online at home, or you can attend a testing center to take your SSAT.
Esos están disponibles que pueden tomar el examen en la casa.
In January, like I said, most of these schools have their deadline to apply. So get the applications in by January.
Para enero, tantas aplicaciones que ya no tienen, que se terminan las aplicaciones, las oportunidades.
You also need to make sure you fill out your financial aid application. I know even for schools like TCPA, the earlier you're filling that application out, the more likely you are to receive the financial aid that you need.
I don't know how to say that.
It's like assistance with paying for school, right? So
Es como una asistencia para poder pagar a las escuelas para enero hasta octubre hasta enero.
yeah, so from October to January, filling that out is your best chance to get some of your school paid for. Some schools offer full financial aid. That means they'll pay for all of your child's tuition. Decisions are made from February till April.
Las decisiones tienen que estar hechas de febrero hasta abril.
And sometimes schools will request you to revisit or go back to the school to try to make their final choice.
Algunas escuelas dejan a los estudiantes volver y ver cómo es para que ellos vean su última decisión si les gusta.
All right, so that's the standard application website. Like I said, I'm gonna put a link to it under this video. Okay. All right, finally, here is my contact information, my email address and phone number. Please make sure your child has a working email address that they're using. And we are gonna work this year to make them a private email address, so they're not using the PRCS account for everything.
Esta es la información de ella y que tengan un correo electrónico que pueden hablar con ella y hacer cualquier preguntas.
And like I said, make sure you're checking your personal email and that your student is checking their email, because that's how schools are gonna reach out to you about what's next.
Tienen que estar chequeando sus correos porque muchas escuelas les mandan mensajes cualquier tiempo.
Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties this morning, and we're gonna try to meet each quarter to talk about your students' progress and what options they have.
En el siguiente semestre vamos a tratar de hacer esto otra vez para que vean el progreso de sus estudiantes y más opciones.
All right, thank you. Bye. Hold on, it's still recording. Ah.